Want this? You're gonna need NodeVideo, laser eye surgery, and Superman DNA, basically. Or you could just fake it the way I did and add your video in and move over to the place you want it to start moving, then add the motion tracking effect. You just have to track your eye level or maybe somewhere close to your eye, maybe around your eye, and just watch it through. If it ever goes out of place, just readjust it and continue tracking from there. Oh, and I don't want to hear any comments about my face. Please leave it alone. After you're done, then just add a new shape layer. Now change the shape type to pencil and add two marks, one from your eye to the outside of frame. Then you also change the fill type to stroke. That will give it a line between the two of them. Play around with the size settings until you get something that you like. Then apply the track data from the video to the shape, which will put the shape out of place and you'll have to adjust it again. So just go to the transform settings and adjust that accordingly, put it around your eye. And this will make it follow along with your eye movements. Now it's time for some animation. Click the stopwatches to enable the animation for the start and end offsets. Now at the beginning you're going to animate the end offset to make it that the line moves into your eye until it disappears, and then you are going to go a few frames forward in time and increase it. Then go to the end of your timeline or the end of the shape layer and do the same thing but in opposite with the start offset. And this would make it look like it's coming out of your eyes. And now to make it look like it's moving forward, you're gonna add the turbulent distort effect and tweak these settings until you get something that you like, and then you animate the offset to make it look like it's going from right to left or left to right, whatever it is in your case. But this knocks it out of place with your eyes, so just turn on the mask option for the turbulent displace and add a blur, high blur, to make it even out, and then increase the scale and move it over till it's just the tip of your eye that's excluded. And that fixes the problem. Now it's time to add a little bit of interest. So we add a glow effect, but that'll make everything black. So first add a blending effect and set the blending mode to screen. Then go back into your glow settings and tweak the settings until you have something you're looking for. Maybe even add multiple copies of the glow effect just to get something that looks a little bit more natural. Now the next thing to do is add a lighten the eye. I tried using a lens flare, but that didn't work at all. So just add a new shape layer and we'll tweak that. You don't even need to do much, you just get it into the shape of your eye, since we're gonna do a lot of tweaking with this. Now it's time to apply the tracker, but before you do that, make sure you trim your shape layer to be the exact same shape as your video, then apply it, and it should move along with your eye. But once you're done with that, it's time to add a glow. So do the same settings you did, add the blending effect after the glow, then tweak the glow to be the same type of color you want. But now we're gonna add the raise effect to make it look more cooler, so it look more like in the original. Move the center point to your eye and then play around a little with the settings until you can get something that you like, but the raise effect doesn't follow along at all. One thing you can do though is move the raise effect to where it's supposed to be and manually keyframe it to the right positions every time. Then after you're done with this, add a new group property and move both your shape and your eye into it and name this group to left. Now the group is going to be black because of the glow effects that we added earlier, so just change the blending mode to screen again and we're good to go. Now on your eye glow, add a keyframe at the start and at the end of the shot. Then move over to where your eye is just about to close and change the horizontal size to make it go down. If the closing is too slow, just move the keyframes down the line to make it work better until you have something that looks good. But because of the group, now the eye ray no longer follows along, so here's a better way to fix that. All you have to do is move your rays above the transform. Delete all the keyframes and just make it stay in place, and because it's above the transform, it means that it's going to take effect with the transform property. So you can just leave it like that, and now you have your eye glow following along with your transform. And now it's time for the other eye. So just duplicate your group, rename it to right, and place it correctly over the second eye. And once you're done with all that, it's time for the face light because the laser gives off light. So just go into the color correction tool and add a RGB curves effect. So enable mask and make a mask around your face, and back in the main screen, increase the white and red properties to make it look better. But you can increase the white first. and then back in the mask option, you can increase the blur so it looks natural and like it's really interacting with your face. Now enable the track motion option and track a center part of your face, and once this is done, we can animate the light. So in the size option, go to the start of the video where your laser is supposed to start. Animate it opening up after like 2 frames, and then move over to the end of the video and animate it closing. But I mistakenly touched the center option, which means that I ruined my entire track and had to track it again. So make sure not to make that kind of a mistake. Now go to the end and make it close again, and you should have this kind of opening and closing effect. My fingers were really determined to make me mess this up, so I cancelled it a bunch of times and had to track through again, and that was very annoying. But once you're done with the track and you don't fuck it up, carefully, very carefully, not mess with it, then go back into the RGB curves and change as many things that you like. Make it look anyhow you want it to look, and after you're done with all that, you would be left with something that looks like this. And that's been it for this video. If you want to see some more great VFX with NodeVideo, please comment down below. We are so close to 100 subscribers, so please subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Goodbye!